Hei, mitt navn Rolf Landfjell, og jeg kommer fra Norge originally, but I thought it's better probably to speak English because, I mean, more people will definitely understand what I'm saying, which could be helpful. Norway is a beautiful place though, but Sydney is wonderful as well. And what I'm going to talk about, this first little snippet of a video we're going to do here now, is the song called The Desert Song. I'm going to talk about the introduction of it first. Basically, it's in 112 beats per minute, and I'll play out on the toms, like sort of a pattern, and it's probably different most times I play it. It all depends on the situation. If it's a big evening service on a Sunday night, or if it's a service on Sunday morning or one on Saturday night, there's different vibes on each of those services, so you sort of tweak a little bit according to that. But I'm going to give you a little idea of what I did on the night of the album recording. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. In a sense, just improvising around on the kit in a little bit of like a tribal sort of rhythm. My hi-hat is basically on the offbeat of every beat, and my kick drum plays every single quarter note. And so it's just these ones. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. While I improvise around the kit like that, which leads us into the next section. And that's basically just keeping the pulse on the snare, which is probably a little bit of a different approach, because normally it would be the hi-hat and the kick drum that drives the major pulse, but here the kick drum is almost in a sense mirroring the melody line, and I always try to do something that supports the melody line and makes it easy for whoever sings it, for the congregation basically, to sing it and remember it. So let me play the verse groove for you. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. On every 4th bar or 8th bar, I put in a little bit of like a comma, just to signify that there's the next section coming. And the way I sort of produce the sound I hold my hand on the snare head, and I do these ones, and I make it a flam with my right hand, just like that. And it almost sounds like someone snapping their hand, which is sort of my goal with the whole thing. And okay, so the pattern that's happening in the legs is just this. I can just, if you need to simplify this, be my guest, that's totally fine, as long as you make it solid and easy to understand for the rest of the band. But I definitely encourage you to maybe, if that was a challenge, just take it slower. Take it as slow as you can, till your body catches what's happening, and then you can speed it up. It's going to take you a week if you work diligently on it. Okay, next section is the first chorus. I'm not going to explain too much about that, because I just kept sort of like a roll figure on the ride cymbal just to drive that section forward, still being down, which leads us into tiny, like a musical segue. And I pretty much did the same thing as I did in the introduction, just out on the toms. Next verse, the lyrics there talks more about this is my prayer in the battle, and I just wanted to again support that sort of lyric, support the message behind the song, and the kick drum and the hi-hat goes much simpler again, goes like that. One of those two options on that one. While my snare drum goes in a dynamic way, just 16th notes, but at the end of every bar I sort of accentuate a little bit to drive it forward, and it sounds like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? Which leads us into the second chorus, which is again pretty much very close to what happened in the introduction, But here I really wanted to establish something that would be more of a pattern, so that you can actually recognize what's happening. So it's not just random improvisation, but it's actually something that will maybe repeat every second bar or fourth bar or even one bar over and over again. Just make sure you make a sequence so that it actually makes a bit of sense. And just as an example, it's probably different every time I play this, but this is how it sort of sounded on the night. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just improvising around like that, okay? That's it, I reckon. I'll just finalize it, do the final statement.
I think it's great, man.
You're the man.